Okay, here we are back for episode 5. Alright, so we are going to go back up this way real fast. Because I think I remembered how to get to the first Trinity Sanctum location. This isn't the way, this is just an extra item. But I forgot about that doorway to show you that earlier. Okay. Not this way. Here we go, there's the door. First we'll grab this. And then this was where we fought the shield guy. In this room, see this that you can interact with, but there's not really anything else to it. Find the treasure. In this case, clothing and a piece of quartz. Holy cow. Didn't think to check that out earlier, did I? Now I'm fairly confident that this will break. So we're gonna do that. Even if it doesn't break, so be it. Okay, nothing here. Honestly, I don't know if I even went through this pipe in my first playthrough. Oh yeah, that settles it, I didn't. Ouch. My dogs are not getting along the best right this minute, apparently. What is that amulet we just picked up? Yeah, I don't think I picked that up in my first run through. Not sure what that did. But, oh well. Either way, we got our reward for solving the riddle, so we can continue on our way now. Alrighty. Don't know if you can hear that kind of lug noise in the background, but I gotta do laundry before I go to my real job tonight. So this is where we get introduced to a new type of set dressing, and where these come in handy. So if you throw the sawtooth wheel at enemies, you'll do a very small amount of damage. But if you throw them at those, it's kind of nice. So the canister type things, they're useful if you have like a stationary type enemy, but if you don't have a stationary enemy, it becomes almost pointless to have. Because what they do is they drop their elemental whatever, in this case that would be fire because of the one we just picked up, in one spot. Yeah, and that guy was a moron trying to trap us in that. So here we have a couple of options on how to proceed. As you saw when we took out the big guy before the last boss, starting at the top and working your way down is usually going to be your best way. So these two, I believe both of them are going to be throwing fire bombs at us. Oh, yeah. Yeah, lovely. Well, because I misclicked, we have our first death in the series. In a situation that could have been completely avoidable, but I chose not to. Oh well. Now, if you just walk up to these, they're not going to explode, so that's not really a big problem. You don't have to blow them up. But if you are concerned about accidentally hitting them and causing yourself damage, then go ahead. Yeah. Enemy AI in this game is fairly predictable. So if you see them spring a trap, if you end up having to go back through it, they're going to do it every time. They're just not scripted to be smart. Okay, so this time we're going to do this. So that, yes, the odds of us getting hit are very high, but if we do, it's not going to be near as bad. And of course, that time, while we're protected, we don't need the protection. Alright, so now we're just gonna test our luck going down into the pit. I know there's another guy around here somewhere. Right there. So that item we just picked up is used to upgrade the weapons we get from Boss Ergo. Let's not do a close quarters fight with him. That will boost our carry capacity. Run back to our hotel.
I'll use my power to...
Go up here. Double check, because I always forget what. Yeah, we'll just do that. There we go, we got another pulse cell. Let's see what we have in our bag. Not enough to worry about for another level, so we will just go back on and continue on.
These bodies, could they be from Moonlight Town? Whoa, did puppets do this? And I feel like I remember part of this bridge collapsing from
first run. Oh! Tried to avoid it, but couldn't. But I did remember where it was at least. Could not have gotten much closer to that thing. Oh. Yeah, like I said, enemy AI not the brightest. Fairly easy to abuse. There we go. Because I saw the glowy that I forgot to pick up. There. Just through here and around. Okay, perfect. So, just a heads up, this next section here, once you cross, like this right here, you will get trapped inside. By a bunch of enemies. To make it a little easier on yourself, you should draw them out first. We're going to throw that one on just because typically when a game gives you a handout, it's a sign of things to come. Oh. So now right up here is an optional boss that I did not even realize was an optional boss until I looked at a actual list, because I was able to skip the fight entirely in my personal run-through.
Do you want to go up, child? I'm sorry, but the train isn't in service anymore. The cathedral isn't the sanctuary it once was. The people who went up there never returned. I still don't know what happened, But if you're determined to pass, you must prove. Are you? You've
Gonna
been
do
warned,
nothing.
child.
And
I am a sinner
see if that
who could
actually
not
starts a
save
fight.
the ones I loved. Even if it hurts, persevere, my child. Having only one leg.
Oh, it does.
Child.
Okay. And
Only
that's
the
why it
world
gives you acid resistance. Oh. That decay is not a lot of fun. So if you give the stalkers greeting, this person just stands down and says basically have a nice day.
Falling down here is better than devouring terror above.
Ooh. So decay is a status ailment that can really mess you up because not only does it drain your HP, but it drains your weapon's durability as well. So that is something to keep in mind.
You'll soon find out. Falling down here is better than devouring terror above.
Ouch.
You'll soon find out. Falling down here is better than devouring terror above.
Can you hear it? The cursed angel's wing.
And there's that fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Pilgrim's Cable Railway. Now, those of you who joined us in Moonlight Town, we hope your preparations for the Pilgrim's journey are well underway. Fascinating town, Moonlight, just fascinating. Back in the day, the only way to reach the cathedral was using a rope and pulley. So, thanks for building it on a cliff, St. Frangelico. I kid. Frangelica, wonderful saint, wonderful. Anyway, next stop, the Bridge of Atonement. While you atone there, don't miss a magnificent view of beautiful Krot. It's been my pleasure, friends, and enjoy the rest of your journey. I've been your captain on this ride, Gemini! Well,
This is like
not
the
bad,
longest
huh?
elevator
Oh, I
ride
really am
in
good at
history.
this. When in doubt, let Gemini be your guide. You look annoyed. What I do? I'm sure it's fine. Let's get a move on, pal. Oh, something's off. Do you see that over there? I recognize dead puppets. That's
Pretty sure right up here we run into a new enemy type. But we're going to use this and run back to the hotel real fast. Because I think we should have enough materials to upgrade our weapon.
I know my way around.
Alright, cool. Couple of
Welcome to
upgrades.
Hotel Krot.
And another level. Throw this one into our stamina. Yes, okay, this is the new enemy type that we're encountering, because everything so far has been puppets.
No idea what those things are, pal. Approach with caution.
Now, because there was a cutscene that played out, I thought this guy would be weirdly powerful. But no. Like, I honestly thought that he would be so much tougher, but... Make sure there's nothing back there for us to grab. Now, these are one of the enemy types that, again, one-on-one, amazingly simple. But you get multiples on you, and it becomes rough because of their weird attack timings. From a distance, they seem to always do that kind of roar thing and then come at you. So to the left is progress, to the right is where we were. I'm pretty sure this breaks. Yeah. So, we'll go back, kill those guys off, and then come back. Yeah, that decay status ailment, there is a boss or two later on that will put decay on you, and that urgent repair tool we just picked up is fantastic for dealing with that. If the decay really degrades your weapon. I'm sure I mentioned that earlier. I might not have. It's been... There's a lot of mechanics to this game, so there are times I forget what I've explained and what I haven't.
Strangely altered. I don't know what's going on, but keep those eyes of
There's
yours
two.
open.
There's one on the other side of the cart. We just got up. And that is basically your hint as to what is most effective against these guys. Can't remember if this way was progress or if it was the other way. We'll explore both paths just to be safe. I think I'll have to poke my head through and see. Oh yeah, okay. we're gonna go check out the other way first. That tells me everything I needed to know. Oh yeah, this guy.
Mercy, I beg you, don't kill me. I thought you were from the organization. Never mind. My name is Janjo. I'm an a pharmacist. Yes, pharmacist. I'm looking for the legendary gold coin fruit. I was able to use medicine to slow the infection spread. I have the petrification disease, and I need a cure. Sorry, I ramble when I'm nervous. Read this. It'll explain things faster than I can. Many substances can be poisonous. The precise dose is what separates medicine from poison. The gold coin fruit might just be a myth. But in the midst of an epidemic, can you let me know if you find it? I'll give you this by way of payment.
Okay, so what he just gave us is essentially a single-use item. The cube itself is not single-use, but the thing inside of it is. We should be fine with what we're already wearing.
I'm headed to the St. Frangelico Cathedral.
Basically, the cube can do a bunch of different things for you when we get later on. And you can buy charges for it, but didn't really come into play a whole lot in my personal run-through. I'm gonna slot this stuff on. That bigger one with the antlers out there is a real pain. So if we can, we're gonna try and get rid of all the little guys first. Because those antler guys, there's a few of them that we run into, and they are a bit of a challenge. Like I said, though, one-on-one, everything's fairly beatable. Those guys are... Honestly, I think they're the single enemy that I may have had some of the toughest times with. Which is kind of odd. I hadn't figured out that fire was a great counter to them yet. Yeah. So if you got fire, you got no problem. Without fire, they are super resistant to physical damage. We may have to call it right about here for this episode, just because looking at the time and thinking about the amount of space we have to go through to finish this area, maybe kind of like a situation with the workshop, where we call it here and then we pick up from here and try and get through the whole thing. in an episode. But thanks for watching.